Hey, I'm Tony, and I'm an average guy, and I'm here to help you with this program, 5 ways to make better videos. Alright, a little bit of background. Now, I've been making videos and posting them on YouTube since January of 2011. I've had a great time. I've uploaded over 360 videos, mostly car reviews, but some other silliness as well. Now, whether you're making a video about your business, promoting a charity, or if you're looking to be the next internet star, you can use these 5 fundamental rules and you'll be well on your way to making better videos. Okay, tip number 1, your gear or your camera. Now, as I said in the intro, I've posted over 360 videos on YouTube with good results using the standard garden variety camcorder, something like this little Sony here, that you can pick up at a Target or a Walmart or a Best Buy. Just a basic consumer camcorder. Now, if you are looking for a new camcorder, there are 2 key features that I would suggest you have. The first and most important being the flip out screen for selfies. So you can turn this around like so, and you can shoot yourself or film yourself and look at yourself. Very important. Some cameras are just one direction. You can aim and shoot. A lot of the sports cameras are like that. It doesn't really allow you to film yourself. And a lot of what's happening on YouTube is shooting yourself. So the flip out screen is ultra important. The second key feature that you'd like to have is a mic input. Now, this camera has one here. There's a microphone input as well as a headphone input, which is nice to have. Again, I'm a low-tech kind of guy. For the 360 videos that I've posted, I've never used an external mic. But I'll cover audio a little bit later in this video. Okay, so if you don't have the budget or time to go look for that new camcorder, most of us today have one of these. A smartphone, whether it's an iPhone or Galaxy or one of the other manufacturers, they come pretty well stocked with a video camera right in them. And you can get some quality results with them. I've shot some videos with this iPhone here. Now, a couple of things, sort of a pet peeve of mine, when you're shooting a video on a phone, many people will shoot it on the vertical axis. So you have vertical video, up and down. The way to shoot video, especially if you're going to distribute it on YouTube, which has a nice 16:9 screen, is to turn that video camera or turn your phone on the horizontal axis. Whatever camera you go for, get your camera and get filming. All right, tip number 2, and what I feel is the most important part of filming, is audio. Now, I know we may tend to be more visually oriented these days, but believe me, if you don't record decent audio, your video just may be doomed. See what happens when it becomes harder to hear me? Not cool. Crisp audio gets your message across. So I have a rule for filming without an external mic. Remember, low tech or no tech is just fine with the average guy. Here's the rule. If you can touch the camera, then you're good. Meaning, if you're arm's length from the camera or in, you're going to record pretty clean, pretty consistent audio. So as you slip out of arm's length, you enter the land of diminishing returns. As you can see, it's harder and harder to hear, which makes for a poorer quality video. Now, the arm's length rule will not work for everything and everybody. If you need to be a considerable distance away from your subject, you're going to have to invest in a mic. That's why it's good as a baseline, buy that camcorder that has a mic input. I've also gotten into the habit of projecting more with my voice to make sure I get a clean signal. So when you're filming, even with the arm's length rule, project. Don't speak in your normal everyday voice like this. Speak in a voice where you're projecting. Imagine you're talking to 25 people in a classroom. Tip number 3, steady as she goes. Get yourself a good tripod. They're worth every penny, and if you shoot solo like I do, they're an absolute must. The only thing worse than shaky video is bad audio. That's pretty bad. Now, if you want to go handheld, which is a nice look, just make sure your movements are nice and smooth. You can use a firm object like a tree or a wall to give you some support, or you can opt for a monopod, which does add support, but allows you to move cleanly through space. But a big suggestion from me, get yourself a tripod. You can get an inexpensive model almost anywhere. Get yourself a tripod and get filming. Tip number 4, lighting. Again, over 360 videos uploaded to YouTube, and I've used a lighting setup exactly one time. Now, for the low-tech folks like me, thankfully we have the greatest lighting source in the world that's absolutely free, the sun. Now, using the sun's rays is cool for me because, again, I'm running around doing car reviews outside during the day. Get into the car and drive off. But there are some basic rules about using sunlight that'll help you make better videos. Now, there are 2 peak times to effectively use the sun's rays for filming. Early in the morning, let's say an hour after sunrise, till about 10:30 a.m. And then later in the afternoon, right up until about an hour before sunset. Now, you're going to want to avoid filming in the harsh lunchtime sun, anywhere from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 or 2 p.m. That's when the sun is high in the sky, and it's not a flattering look with shadows just pounding down on you. I'm breaking my lunchtime rule. The sun is high above, so I'm getting these shadow wells here. Also, you're going to want to use the sun to light your subject, so you may need to move your subject around to get the best angle of light. Rule of thumb, never shoot with the sun behind your subject. This is called backlighting. Can you see me? And it doesn't look so hot. Now, today I'm in luck because it's an overcast day. And for video and photography, this is sort of a big win. The fluffy clouds in the sky act as a nice softener or diffusion of light. Essentially, you have one big soft light box. So if you find out tomorrow is going to be an overcast day, that may be the day you want to film. Now, shooting indoors can be really tough. Consumer camcorders and smartphones thirst for consistent, even lighting. When filming indoors, look for areas or rooms that have lots of light. I like to set up near an open window and let the sun help as it streams through. Again, avoid setting your subject up in front of a window. This will give you a backlit situation that's just not cool. The key to indoor filming, get light on the subject. So if you're in a room that doesn't have a window, or if you're filming at night, you'll want to put as many lights in the room on. You might even move a floor lamp or other movable lights into the area to assist. Now, lighting can make or break your video, so make sure you have a quality shot before you start to roll, so you're not disappointed at the end of the day. Now, that brings me to tip number 5, and a really important piece of the puzzle for me, and that's scripting. Now, I'm not saying you need to write a screenplay, but having some thoughts or notes jotted down on a piece of paper can be helpful. Your video will come together much better if you have a solid plan. Alright guys, I hope this video will be helpful to you, but you know what? The key really is to get out and get filming. And if you follow these 5 fundamentals, you'll be well on your way to making better videos. Now, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below or chat me up on Twitter at The Media Mart, and I'm going to leave that link below. Get out, get filming, and I'll see you next time.